training, it's just a great strategy. Some people view it as cheap, but I view it as very creative and fun. When I was on Ascension, that's right around when I started training on the zombies. There's this spot right near one of the lunar landers.
Yeah.
I believe it is right by PhD Flopper. And it's one of the best spots to train. I mean, you can just circle around, keep going around. And if you have the Thunder Gun on you, usually I would have the Thunder Gun when I'm training.
Yeah.
I would just circle around, gather up, a couple dozen zombies, and then just blow them all away.
That's it.
And then get the next wave. And, it's funny, like, I would only, maybe use the Thunder Gun 3 times, and the round would be over.
Well, that's
it would progress further and further. So... yeah, training's a great thing to do in a way if you want to just, have some fun and see how far you can go with it.
I don't actually allow training on PLAYtheGAMEcentral. For a couple of reasons. I think I kind of I understand why people do it. I think it is cheap. I think it's game breaking. I don't think Treyarch like it. I think obviously with the lava pits and stuff they're trying to get rid of it. But I really think that if you're going to spend all that time, and I've done it getting to round 200, I did the whole 2000 and whatever it is, 300 and something on Shino Numa. I did all of that. That's very, very simple actually on World of War Shino Numa, but I've done very, very high round stuff, and all I can think now when I still see people still doing it is, do you not have a girlfriend or a job or something? Because how long can you keep doing this for? But
I agree. No, it is good. It does work. Training is just a thing for fun,
Absolutely, and it works. It's a strategy.
It works. Yeah, it's just funny, like how you can just do that for pretty much a large extended amount of time.
Yeah.
But I always like to do certain strategies, like if you have 4 people, if this guy will go over here, he'll take this position, and you communicate very well. It's a great strategy.
Yep,
I know on Bus, there's a map called Bus, obviously, if you're not playing in the transit mode itself, if you're just doing, like, survival.
Bus depot, yeah.
Exactly. There's this spot on the side of the bus station where it's kind of next to the lava. I don't know if you're aware of it.
Yeah, we call that the boiler room. Yeah,
the boiler.
Just that little area, just because you're next to
exactly.
It's great.
It's one of the best spots to just kind of have all 4 of your teammates, and just
camping.
Take fire to the undead.
That's excellent. I do that a lot, and we also do the diner roof in transit mode. We do diner roof a lot as well because that's really cool. I'd also like to see with the next DLC the diner area opened up as a form of survival, because we've only got bus depot, town and farm, so I'd like to see the diner area actually come to life as a survival map. I think that would be quite good, mainly because I really like the diner roof. I think camping with 4 people, watching the spawns and stuff, making sure you've got the Galva Knuckles up there as well. That's a really interesting way of playing just on the diner roof, but I would like to see that come back as a survival map for sure, because as it's not at the moment, I think it would be worthy of a survival map at least, definitely. Yeah.
Now, I really have to ask you about Sanctum.
Yeah.
All right. This is a very cool map that you actually developed in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Not necessarily developed physically, but it's in your head right now.
Yeah.
And you did make a video about it on PLAYtheGAMEcentral. It was uploaded very recently.
Yep.
And I gotta say, it is probably one of the most amazing ideas.
Thank you.
And it's very Treyarch-like.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. It is. It really is. And all the elements dived into the map are very creative as well. So if you want to maybe talk about that map a little bit to my viewers so they can get a grasp on what it's about.
I think if they want to do it, maybe link the original video, because there's this whole
Of course, I will link that in the description.
But I can give you the basics. It came from seeing the Nuketown zombies loading screen with this bore of light, them boring light down into the earth, and kind of, it looks to me like they're drilling. I don't actually know if that's what's going on, because we don't know yet. But to me it looks like the light is actually boring out holes in the earth. And so I thought what would be a cool map is that you go down into a huge cavern under the ground, and you get to play on various levels in that cavern, and it would it would be almost an arena-style zombie map, because the one thing we've never had with zombies, I mean, ever, is direct competition, between each player. We've got grief mode, and I understand that's team v team, but having direct competition between just your mates, one of those 4 survivalists, or having a kind of 8-player grief mode, I'd love to see just this underground level upon level of kind of different, almost puzzles, but not. I'll explain it. Okay, you're on the top, outside of the cave. You're actually out, and you can see wide open plains, like you're in the top of Nuketown kind of thing. And these walls spawn out of the ground all around you in a huge circle. All 4 of you are there, and the walls are slowly being closed in on you, so that
very cool.
They push you into this bore of light that's in the center of this circle. So you're forced into there eventually. It's just a nice spawning area, just to kind of get to like round 3, round 4 before you're pushed into the bore of light. Once you're in the bore of light, you fly down past where the bore is, and you land on what looks like an elevator shaft, kind of like a huge circular mesh-based metallic shaft, and that elevator goes up and down. You're inside a cage, so you can't get out of it. You're not being attacked by zombies when you're in that elevator, but you can see all around. You can see this huge lava cave, essentially, and you travel down to one of 4 levels. The top level, I think I said, was a kind of labyrinthine maze, a labyrinth kind of. You're exported from this lift into this labyrinthine maze, and at that point you have to decide among the 4 of you which route each of you are going to take, because if more than one of you goes down a certain route, you're going to die because of the amount of zombies that will be following you and spawning in front of you whilst you're in that maze. I want that to be the most difficult area, having a very, very tight, almost Verruct based maze that you're trying to work around. And obviously on the first time you play it, you're trying to figure out the maze so that you don't get stuck in it and die. That's the main thing. That's a big thing. And after a certain amount of time of playing on that level, you'll be transported back to the main elevator, and you'll be taken down randomly. You can go from the first level to the 3rd, or the 2nd level to the 4th, or the 1st to the 4th. It doesn't matter. It's completely random upon which level you're going to get taken to. But the next level down was going to be a level with an entire floor of lava pits, or just lava with various vessels in it, kind of like big mounds of rock and outcrops of metal that you can jump on. But it sounds more dangerous than I think it would be in my head, because I know how lava works in Black Ops 2, and I think it's not actually too bad as long as you're good. But in grief mode, that's the time when the teams are going to go down, basically. That's a really good time to start kind of killing people. And then after a certain amount of time, you'll spawn back to the elevator and you're taken down again. And at the 3rd level, so -3 now, -3, you have individual chambers. Now, when you get exported from the middle lift, you're going to be exported into one of 4 fairly small rooms, which is partitioned into various rooms. So in that room you'll find perks, you'll find extra guns, maybe one of you gets lucky and gets a box spawn. That's the only level that the box will be on, so you have to be very lucky. And in that level, you just fend for yourself. You just try to survive for yourself, because if you die in that room on your own, you're not going to get back up, because no one else can get to you, because they're all in their rooms and they can see you, but they can't get to you. And I thought that would be quite cool. And then after that, you get transported back to the lift. And then for my favourite level, -4, the bottom level, the darkest level, you get taken down the lift again, or randomly, however it works, and you get dropped into what is a room that looks very much like the lower levels of 5, with the laboratories that went horribly wrong and all that kind of stuff. But in that level, you get, say, a minute of light, normal kind of action, and then you get about 30 seconds of pitch black. And when I say pitch black, it won't actually be pitch black. You'll be able to see gunfire. You'll be able to see kind of very, very small lights, but you'll be able to see the lights of the zombies' eyes, more importantly. And when you're on that level and it goes dark, you... I don't want to sound coarse and swear, but you are fucked when it gets dark. but then, of course, the light will come back on and you'll be able to do things, maneuver more until it gets dark again.